Stop the comparing, y'all. Oh, fucking Kush aliens. Yeah. Oh my god.
Posse.
Hey Mo, you got any cough syrup?
Let me check the lost and found. What do we got here? Bowie knife, troll doll, black eye. Oh, here we are.
All right, guys, what is going on? What is good, man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the live stream, baby. What is good? It's been a long day for me so far. Woke up early today. Yeah, that took the morning. No trades for me today. No problem. Right? We'll go over a few things. If you guys have questions, you're always welcome to ask. So yeah. Know what I'm saying? Let me just bump the chair a little bit. See, there we go. Camera placement is kind of raggedy. Trying to figure it out. Trying to figure it out. What's good? Willow, Mason, Scott, Torty, Justin, Shay, MJ, Eric, Eberneth, Willow. I don't know which song you were referring to. It's a playlist. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a secret. Can't give out everything, right? I'll just fuck it with you. I'll share my history later if you remind me. It was good. 2020. Scott, Marvelous, Naruto, Stephanie, Roger, Capitalist, Pop, Leon, and anybody else that I might have missed. So yeah. So like I said, I took off this morning. And Jesus, Cameron. whole lot of mountains over there. In Slovenia. Nice. Beautiful shit. The mountains look like looks like you got a 1, 2, 3 formation over there. Looks like you got some intermediate term highs too. So that's what happens, man, when you become a trader. Everything's just not what it is anymore. You know? Well, I'm good, man. I'm good. I was zipping around today in the Corvette, and So here's the thing, man. In case you guys didn't know this, at Lowe's they have veteran parking up in the front. I'm like, yeah, that's where I'll park. And I get up there, bro, and this fucking truck was like double parked at the veteran spot. I'm like, wow. So I parked in the back. So I'm like, fuck it. But other than that, dude, I'm good. I'm blessed, man. I am blessed. That's why I posted that picture, man. That was 14 years ago today. 14 years ago today. That was my dad's car for a long time. And he handed that to me when I was... I don't know. What's 31 minus 14? When I was 16 or 17 years old. Anyway, my dad handed me that car. That was my first car. I ended up getting it, tinted and everything, replaced the speakers, and, I was a little thug back then. So, we had to pimp it out, but that was my first car, man. That was my first car, so humble beginnings, my friends. Humble beginnings. Anyway, I don't have shit planned, so... Oh, that's what I was going to do. In the charts chat earlier today, I see you guys were pretty active today. Love to see that. 747, I said, YM and ES have some clean highs. It looks like price wants to reach for. However, I'm going to take off the morning. 40 minutes roughly. YM highs blasted. NQ blasted on the upside. And then I'm gone. So I'm not even watching the charts after that. I'm actually surprised we got such a massive reversal. But I'll talk about it. Because this was beautiful. Now that I'm, looking at it now. That was dirty. That was dirty. But that was it. We had some highs. We're on the way there. Or like we're in that direction, And that's why I pointed it out. So, not very difficult, is it? Right? Find the liquidity. Trade in that direction. Y'all know this. Y'all know this. Missed the AM session. Yeah, I agree, Willow. It's okay to miss. It's okay to sit out, right? The best part about sitting out is no losses. That's the best part. You don't take any losses. It's great. You don't take any wins, but I guess it depends on if you're a glass half empty or glass half full kind of person, So, anyway. Yesterday, right? Showed you that trade, talked about it in the market review. Don't really need to beat a dead horse anymore. We talked about London's high that I thought was going to be met. That was never met. And then, of course, we had 7th. That is Wednesday. So Monday's high is here. And then Sunday's high is here. Last week's high, I believe, is this. So... yeah, that was like an insane, however long this was, 30, 40, 45 minutes or so, whatever that was. We just ran right up there, tapped it, came all the way back down, and cleared that pre-market low. And that's what I want to talk about. Okay. Y'all good with that? I mean, you don't really have a choice, but I like to, you know, have fun with it. Oh, damn, Willow. That's good. You know, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. So, drop some likes on the stream, guys. We got 45 people, 13 likes. I'm teaching you how to make fucking bread. You guys can't press a button. Come on. Come on, chat. Get with it. Get with it. Hit the thumbs up. Thumbs up or you're gay. How about that? Like the stream or you're gay. Okay, how about that? Does that work? That worked for the for the subscribe like 2 weeks ago. That shit was funny. Yeah, we're gonna have to start doing what we gotta do around here. Short-term high. We traded lower. And then we blasted, right? So what did I tell you? Great job, Flacco. Look at that shit. We just doubled in likes in 30 seconds. A lot of straight people in the chat today. So who can tell me the high probability mitigation? I knew you guys had it in you. No pun intended. I knew you had it. I believed in you. You didn't let me down. Who can tell me what a high probability mitigation is? I told you this earlier this week. I even clipped it and I shared it as a member only video yesterday in addition to the market review. So who can explain in very simple terms or layman's terms what is a high probability mitigation? Thank you, Eberneth. You're a real one. Everyone else is fake. Fake. Oh, Scott didn't watch it? See what I mean? See what I'm talking about? I'll just fuck with you, Scott. One that takes a high or a low and rebalances price at the same time. Sort of. I did tell you that, so I guess you're not wrong. One matched with an imbalance. Justin said a mitigation that created a high or low that tapped into another SMC, aka sorority concept. Was good, Lee Bright. Lee Bright is in the building. Was good, Anton. Okay, a high probability mitigation is that. Okay, when the move takes multiple pools of liquidity, right? So remember, all the way back here, right? The high of last week. I'm pretty sure that was last week. You can double check. Okay. Yeah, we'll just leave that. All right. So the high of Thursday was 23,102.5. Right? Very simple, very easy. You had all that price action between now and then. Okay. So this right here, that actually might be a higher high. See that? So we took this short-term high as well as the Thursday of last week. So we took the short-term, we took a short-term pool and a longer-term pool. See how it stabs up there again? We just kind of dick around a little bit. You do have the inversion model up here. The last imbalance on the way to a liquidity sweep, rather. It does trade outside of that. I won't argue it. It trades through it here. That would be the short. Stop at that high. It does go against you. Does it hit your stop? Nope. Nope. Then we trade lower, and right about here, a 922, that down candle right there. That is so clean. That is so clean, it's dirty. Because what is it doing? That low. See that? That low right there. Zoom in just to make sure you guys, we can all see it. Right? The high, low, higher high, short-term high, longer-term high. That low is violated here. So what does that tell you? That tells you, personally, I may have elected to go with the 2 down candles instead of this one. You may want to check the 5-minute just to see what we have. But look at that. Ooh. Hot damn, look at that. That overlaps with this up candle too, right there. Boom. Absolute massacre after that. Look at that. Look at the precision on that. Look at the precision on that, bro. I taught you this already. That's the best part. I taught you this already. The high probability mitigation I taught you about earlier this week. Well, I've been talking about it for years, but we put more emphasis on it earlier this week. Short-term high, boom. We take both short-term and long-term. Inversion model, mitigation model. Well, we don't have a imbalance, I guess, inside of it. But I'm willing to bet maybe the 15-second does. I don't know. So the 5-minute doesn't have anything in there, but look at the wicks on it though. You see how the wicks like stab up there and off of it, stab up there off of it, stab up there off of it? That is absolutely not bullish, especially after a run like that. So there is the 5-minute for you. Who's your fucking daddy, dude? Who is your daddy, chat? Look at that. There it is, baby. My mitigation model. Look at that. Imbalance on a 15-second inside of a, was this the 1-minute I think we did? Look at that. Look at that. One tick into it. And then sayonara. Oh, yeah. This is almost making me regret taking the morning off, to be fair. Because that move, I think, was better than the move I caught yesterday. But whatever. It's not a big deal. But that's nasty. Mason, let me check up, or let me catch up on the chat real quick. The true imbalance on the stream, very nicely, Bright. Yeah, I have Libra. I don't talk about it anymore. I just don't. I mean, it's still available. You know, it's just. I mean, you see the way I trade, bro. There's no need for it. There's no need for indicators. People keep asking me about it. Why don't you use this? Why don't you do that? Why don't you use that? Look at my trades, bro. You think I need it? Not to have an ego or anything. What's good, Big James? All right. Yeah, Mason. Oh, yeah, Mason. Mason, you're a fucking genius. You know what I mean? Like, you're a dog, bro. Mason, you're a dog. Look at that. Oh, there's no algorithm, though, right? Right, chat? There's no algorithm, is there? Never that. Actually, let's flatten this a little bit more. Give it a little bit of a lighter touch. That's what they say. There's no algorithm that's running for your stop. But yet again, That's what we're seeing inside the time window. Crazy. It's crazy that people just they get ideas and then they stick to them, and they never give them up. You know what I mean? They're just walled off. No. How can you sit there, and I'm not talking to you guys, I'm just saying in general, right? How can you sit there and believe that there's no algorithm that runs for stops, but yet we point this out every week? We trade this all the time. All the time. You know what I mean? It's too consistent to say that it doesn't exist. It's too consistent. And that's why that's so funny to me. Because people hold on to these really just shit ideas, you know? With confidence too. That's the funny part. You're confident. It's like the kid who doesn't know the answer in class, but he yells it out anyway. What's 2 + 2? It's 5. It's like, damn, we love your confidence, but you're fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Let's just tweak that a little bit. Keep the confidence, but let's find some information that you can be confident about, you know? That's what I'm confident about. That's why I live stream. That's why I call trades in advance, you know? Because I'm confident. So, anyway, there is equities open, which we pretty much got no movement below. Maybe like 1 or 2 ticks. Nothing crazy. But that right there is so beautiful. I was going to say there's almost like an AMD here, but I wouldn't even have looked at it like that. But yeah. Macro, high probability mitigation, trading back below New York Open, and then even extending lower to hit that 755, that pre-market low. Matter of fact, let's investigate again. 758. Okay. Now that wasn't tagged during the macro, but that's okay. I think the rest of this looks like shit. We got all the volatility we needed today in the first hour, maybe hour and a half. The rest of this sucks. I would not trade the PM session today, personally. All right, Roger, have a good one. Hey, sometimes you're on call. You know, you got to do what you got to do. No worries. So, what did one of you guys say? Was there a divergence up there too? I think Mason said something like that. Well, that's wonderful. Oh, you know what else I forgot to point out? Let's come back up here one more time. You know what else I forgot to point out too? This was an intermediate term high. I'm only pointing that out because that's what we've been talking about all week. High, higher high, lower high. Or if you want to go with the bodies, that would be fine too. But look at that. Intermediate term high, high probability mitigation. Wow. Textbook days, right? Part 3. This stuff is too easy, chat. This stuff is too easy, man. You don't have to complicate it. You really don't. Is this stuff complicated? Look, chat, yes or no? Is what you've been learning the last couple weeks, is this complicated? The high probability mitigation, intermediate term highs and lows. Is that complicated stuff? You have a high, with a lower high on the left and a lower high on the right. Or an intermediate term low. You have a low. These are like kind of shitty in here, but I guess if we had to use one, probably be this. Right, that low, you have a higher low right there and a higher low right there. It does actually trade a little bit lower there. Never trades back to that low and trades higher for those highs. But that's an intermediate term low. So, I mean, are those, is that complicated? Justin, I'll look at ES in a second. Simplicity does scale. I agree. Not complicated, but it does take time and experience to identify more frequently. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, when you have like at least 2 or 3 years of experience doing this, yeah, oh yeah, it becomes way easier. And then imagine like year 7 or 8. By then, as long as you journal and fix your mistakes, you'll be a fucking animal. You'll call the low of the year to the day. Like somebody we know. You'll make $1,000 in under an hour. Like someone else we know. You'll call trades for your friends and for whoever. Like somebody else we know. And Mason, maybe, hold your horses, no pun intended, maybe one day you can buy a car that you want. But that's all way, way, way later stuff. Okay, that's all, you know, and I can't guarantee that anyway. So, can't guarantee that. But anyway, there was a point I was trying to make and I totally forgot. This stuff is not complicated. It's really not. Find the liquidity, trade in that direction. Once that liquidity is taken, you know, if we have opposing liquidity, trade in that direction. That's not hard. It's hard trusting it. It's hard to find a good setup and not want to go and throw on the biggest lot size you can or the biggest contract size you can. It's hard not to do that. Once you start to know what you're doing, of course. Have I done it? Yeah. Of course I have. I told you early this year I did that. When stocks were at the low, I was like, I'm like full in right now. I've got no more margin left. I have no more like cash left in this account. It is all in stock. Right? That was months ago. But I rarely do that. And in day trading, it's going to be the same story. You could really, really have a good trade on your hands. You can size up, but not over leverage, right? So on the really, really good trades, when you have full size, just like I mentioned yesterday, that takes care of all those stupid ass trades that you take. Those little small 0.5%, 0.25%, break even, all this like whatever bullshit. Those home runs here take care of all of that plus some. You know what I mean? So you don't even have to have a high win rate. I like to have a high win rate, but you don't have to, you know? So anyway, I guess we'll go over to ES then and see what she's doing. We'll go see what she... Mason, I think you're right. I don't think it has the same highs. Where is my... What the fuck, man? Oh, that might have been the wrong symbol. That might have been the wrong shit. Oh, there we go. I thought TradingView was bamboozling me again. Nope. User error. I know I said that last night too. I want to share that with you real quick as well. Or it might have been this morning. I don't know. You don't get a lot of sleep and your memory goes to shit. Oh, that was this morning. Yeah, okay. I said people blame their bad trading on anything but themselves. You got to take responsibility, chat. You got to take responsibility. Okay. So what I like about NQ is exactly what you pointed out, Mason. That higher high here that sets up for that mitigation later, that's how you know it's manipulation. Not just running last week's high, but also the failure of ES to follow suit. So this honestly is also pretty textbook. This is 3 days in a row of just straight textbook plays. And that's why I talk a lot of shit. When people are on Twitter, this week sucks, Trump tariffs this. All I hear is I can't fucking trade. That's what I hear. You know what I mean? Because you're blaming external factors. It's okay to admit that you suck as a trader. I used to suck too. I used to be fucking ass. I used to be absolute dog shit. Okay? Before I knew smart money concepts, before I knew what top-down analysis was, before I could read a candlestick fucking better than I could read English, I was ass. Okay? But you got to admit that. If you don't know, you don't know. But it's not Donald Trump's fault. Okay? Because if it was, I wouldn't be this accurate every week. Every fucking week. And I wouldn't have a community because nobody would trust me. They'd be like, oh, this guy sucks. No. You don't see that. Anyway, that higher high matched with pretty much lower highs on ES. You see that? That right there, that's how you trust it. That was in my book from 2021. There's a chapter on that. This is it right here. Massive run up. Higher. One more time. ES showing like, no, I can't do it. That's absolutely manipulation. So we kind of get like a bull flag here on ES as well. Right? Bull flags after bull runs are bullshit. Because everybody wants to buy the breakout and they get their face ripped off. So yeah, a lot of combination of stuff here. Higher high on NQ, lower high on ES. And once NQ had, was able to tap into its mitigation, it was off to the races. And they all traded lower. Whoops. Okay. Now that's based on the bodies. You'll see that in the wicks too, probably. See that? It's the same. Bodies higher, wicks higher, bodies lower, wicks lower. Okay? We stab up above that short-term high. And then they both sell off. Not difficult. So let me just zoom out here a little bit. Ugh. This is hard to say. You know why? I can't tell if we took Monday's high or not. But you know what I can tell you? We traded in a premium because we're above Sunday's gap here. Then we traded back below Sunday's gap. Lower low there. Intermediate term low with that low being set. So I think anything in here probably would have been a decent exit on the short. We do have this lack of wick up here. It's got no pants on. Or no shirt, sorry. If a wick has no bottom, it has no pants on. If a wick has no top, it has no shirt on. So we got a shirtless candle up here. It may want to run for that. But again, I think this is shit. This is a coin flip for me. It could go higher, it could go lower. I really don't know. It's your trade, so do what you gotta do. That's a good reminder. Appreciate that. FOMC is in about 20 minutes. Oh yeah, I wouldn't personally, I probably wouldn't hold a trade through that. Not with this. I wouldn't. I would tell you though, honestly, it's hard to say. I like those lows though. So that trade's like one tick above Monday's high. I don't know. That's not a real stop run to me, or that's not a liquidity sweep to me. It is one tick and it can be, but that just, I don't usually trust that being the high. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you here. Yeah. What other questions you guys got? Let's go look at Dow too. Because the Dow highs is what I pointed out. It was very late, of course, but it's not always meant to be timed. But that was a very clean. Well, this is shit, but the buy program was pretty solid. I do like that side. Asia ran the lows, intermediate term low, retracement, and then pretty much everything started to hold. That imbalance, we don't trade into these down candles, but we trade into that imbalance here. And the 5-minute, I believe, also had some very good opportunities. Again, that some people do consider late. 747. Where is that? 745 is right there. 750 is here. So when I told you YM and ES have some clean highs that it looks like it wants to reach for, the opportunity, or opportunities rather, there was multiple, because that was here. So you had these down candles that you could long. You had that imbalance that you could long. You could have waited for the 8 a.m. to start, buying below the open of 8 o'clock. That would have worked. These up candles, well, fuck, I don't know if that went into that first or not. And then you have that lack of wick right there too. So there was still opportunity very, very late in the move, but it was still there. You know what I mean? As part of a, again, buy program. You see how easy that is? Your entry, it matters, okay? But it does not matter as much as being onside. Being onside is what it's all about. A good entry when you're offside will not do you well. Even put up against a shitty entry, but being onside. Like my trade yesterday, for example. It wasn't a good trade. I bought that 5-minute candle above its open, right? I bought the higher wick. You know what I mean? In my book, bro, that's not a good entry. That's a bad entry. You know what I mean? It wasn't a lot of drawdown, but that's not the point. Okay? You can afford to have a shitty entry as long as you're onside. You know? That's the part I think that people miss. And I missed it too, because I used to have an ego. If you think my ego is bad now, because I have a new sports car and, you know, I fucking make everybody look bad because I call trades every week for free, right? If you think I have a fucking ego now, dude, you should have met me years ago. I was bad, dude. I was toxic as a motherfucker, dude. Okay? I've calmed down a lot since then. But the old me would have said, oh, no, if you didn't get down here or just after, you're just going to miss out and just wait for another trade. But me now, I'm like, nah, it's going to run those highs. And if I can at least find a 1-to-1, maybe a 1-to-2, why not just take it? You're going to leave money on the table for what? That's stupid. That's absolutely stupid. Got into trading just to not trade. What the fuck? Got into trading to just never trade. Really? How logical is that? It's all good, Scott. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, every mistake that you can think of, I've made it. Probably way more times than you. Trust me. Trust me. A lot of us stand in our own way. I stood in my own way for a long time. But now you see the type of trades that I take. Sometimes do I capture the whole day's range? Yeah. Sometimes do I get in on the second half of the move? Yeah. Sometimes do I trade near 50%? Yeah. Because having one model to me is retarded, right? But it's just about being onside. If I'm not in front of the charts at the low, because that's at 2 a.m., bro, I'm asleep at 2 a.m. What the fuck? What do you want me to do? Right? 5 a.m., I'm asleep there too, bro. What do you want me to do? Stay up 24/7? No. If I get to the chart at 7:15 or 7:45 and we've already worked in a lot of business, we're already in a premium, but we're still going to, you know, run this, then yeah, there's going to be some late scalping opportunities. But guess what? Even though this is a premium based on this range, based on a much higher range, that's still a discount. Perspective, right? It's all how you look at it. Oh, that's too late for me. Well, then fucking leave money on the table then, bro. Don't make money then. That's your solution. Don't make money. Real great solution. You know? Great question. Anton said, should I watch your live streams or should I take your sniper course to make better progress? Scott, I don't know what that means. I rocketed it today. What does that mean? So I get this question a lot. Where do I start? Where do I start with my content? I usually tell people there's free playlists. If you become a member, if you get in the Discord, there's a free PDF, which is very similar to that. It just takes you through your first 90 days, just one video a day or whatever it is. And obviously you can watch more than one video a day. It's at your own pace. You know what I mean? There's the free playlist. I made the heavy hitters playlist a few weeks ago, and I can't remember. The 48 Laws video, I think, is still free. The other two, I think it's the Mindset Masterclass and the Market Maker Models Masterclass. Both of those are for members only. But I would watch those three. But I would cycle through those, honestly. If you want, like, I guess, base content. Not based. Base as in, like, the concrete foundation of a building. Like, base content, I would do the 48 Laws video. And the other two in that playlist. Now they're long videos. I mean, you could... The 48 Laws video is the best video I fucking got. As far as content, the amount of juice in a 2-hour video or hour and a half, I can't remember how long it is. That's the most valuable video I have. I purposely did that. I wanted to like outdo my best video. I don't know if I'll ever outdo that one, but that one is like a really, really good, solid foundation. I don't go super in-depth to every single law. That may be a playlist soon. There's actually quite a few videos I want to get through before I do that. But that is a very, very good foundation because it gives you all three, what do you call them? Elements or pillars to trading success. It gives you the first third is technical analysis. The second third is risk management. And the last third is all psychology. So it gives you, I think, what's the math on that? 13? What's 48 divided by 3, chat? It can't be 13. Well, anyway, it gives you like roughly a dozen laws for all three areas that you have to work on to be a trader. It's not just about technical analysis. Now, it's 16? Is it? Oh, man. See, this is why we don't do quick math. Oh, you're right. 16 divided by, or 16 times 3 is 48. Well, anyway, 16 laws in each of the three categories. Technical, money management, risk management, and psychology. The problem where people go wrong, since I still got about 60 of you on here, where most people get it wrong is they spend so much time in one area, which is what I did. I spent, I don't know, I couldn't even tell you, honestly, but it was a very lopsided amount. I spent so much time on technicals. I mean, to be fair, it shows. It does show, right? But if you neglect risk management, money management, if you neglect psychology, it doesn't matter how good your technicals are going to be. If you can't hold a trade, if you can't suffer losses or suffer drawdown, you know, then it's too much. You cannot be so strong in one area that you would make up for the other two. It doesn't work. It absolutely does not work. You have to have all three. You don't have to be perfect. Your psychology doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? You can be anxious. You could be at a funeral crying your fucking eyes out. But if you're in an open trade and it's going your direction and you're holding a winner, that's what you're supposed to do. You only have to be thinking about trading and you're holding a winner. That's good. You know what I mean? You could be angry as a bitch. You could be having an argument with somebody, but you don't have to move your stop. You don't have to close your TP. You don't have to do anything. Because at the end of the day, emotions do not matter. Actions do. Right? There's a Willow, I don't know which verse it is in the Bible. It says, be angry, but sin not. That means be mad, be angry, but don't sin, right? So it's the same thing in trading. You cannot manage emotions. Everybody says that, manage your emotions. You can't do that. You can manage your actions, though. Okay? That's what it's about. Oh, okay, Scott. No, I'm glad to hear that, though. Just journal it, though. Don't like, get on your high horse and go, yeah, I did this today. I did that. I don't need a journal. I smoked today. I don't need a journal. Man, I took a sniper entry and I did this. Man, fuck journaling. No, no, no. Don't skip that. Don't skip the journaling portion. What's that? Printing off charts, baby. Come on. Come on. Get with it. Yeah, very good, Willow. Very good. Yeah, I don't know either. I know it's in there because I've read it. I just don't know which one. You know, the Bible has like 2,000 pages in it, bro. I can't remember. If I can't remember what I had for lunch like 4 days ago, what makes you think I'm gonna remember certain verses, you know? It's a lot to hold in your mind. But that's good, Scott. Even if you like digital, it's better than nothing at all. I personally, I've always been a paper and pen kind of guy. I've always been a hands-on kind of guy. I've done the Notion, I've, you know, done Word documents or even PowerPoints, you know, stuff like that. I've done them. But you just it's the same way with books. I'm a physical books guy. I prefer physical books more than I do like the Kindle or the PDFs or whatever. It's just you're more, I guess, submerged into what you're doing when you actually have a real piece of paper or a real journal and an actual pen. It's so much different than a screen and a keyboard, you know? That's just me. I feel more, well, I guess I don't really care for the word intimate, but I guess you're more intimate with the journaling and the printing and stuff like that. So I just pay more attention and I'm more focused versus the electronic. It's almost a bit lazy to me. I don't mind efficiency. Efficiency is fine. Laziness is not. Oh, you're out of printer ink. Oh, yeah, that's a bitch. Especially when you're printing like a 5-page document and then it runs out of ink on the 5th page. You're like, oh, well, the first 4 look great. 5th page is screwed. Gotta love that. Scott, I think you should rethink that last comment. I ain't gonna say it out loud, but I think you should rethink that last comment. Do you have any content on how you journal? Yes. I think it's starting to rain. There is a couple of videos on that, on how to journal, on how I journal. You know, what is it called? Strict, but not abusive. Unless it's just really windy. I can hear it. Anyway. About 2 minutes until FOMC meeting minutes. We'll see if we get any volatility, but I would not do anything. Yeah, I agree, Mason. I agree. I feel like audiobooks are a like third option. Meaning if you drive 30, 45 minutes or more to work, and you know, me in the car, I'm a music loud kind of guy. I can't leave the driveway or the parking lot before I got music on. I just can't do it. You know what I mean? I'm a music kind of guy. If I had to, you know, drive 30, 45 minutes, you know, to work every day, I mean, I would fucking hate that. But if I had to do it, I would probably do an audiobook because obviously you can't read and drive at the same time. But I would find audiobooks or even like YouTube stuff to listen to. That way I can at least utilize my time wisely, you know, instead of just playing gangster music on the way to a corporate job, you know. You're listening to rap music about selling drugs and then pulling up to a corporate job. It's just not it. You know? It's not the best use of your time. So, anyway. About 30 seconds or so until 1 o'clock. We'll see if volatility picks up or not. And again, I don't want to pick a direction here. I really don't know what this wants to do. So we either get volatility or we don't. Is there recording? Roger, all of the live streams are recorded, bro. All the live streams are recorded and automatically uploaded to the live tab. Now, sometimes I might save it as a member only. You know, if there's a lot of juice in there. Like this week, I'll probably turn all the streams this week to maybe not today's, but Monday and Tuesdays, like part 1 and part 2, I'll probably turn those to members only today. You know, it gives members here just more benefit, right? Paid members, just like the chat. The chat's not open today. I know there's some people out there wishing they could type something to the chat, but you've been blocked. So I'll open the chat on Friday. So, you guys have any last minute questions before we shut it down today? Any last minute questions before we shut it down? Oh, look at that, baby. VST all-time highs. Oh, we kissed it too. We didn't even like trade above it. Why didn't I get that alert? That's fucked, bro. Look at that. Our high was 200. Didn't I tell you 200? And we got 200.25. Did you see that? We've been waiting. Well, we started to watch that back in here. That was like back in February. I ended up being wrong. We ended up getting all the way down into that monthly imbalance. But look at that. We finally made it. I told you 200. And we got 200 today. He don't fucking miss, does he? Yeah, y'all been waiting. Some of y'all been waiting. Man, I hope he misses. I hope he's fucking wrong. Nope. There's 200 right there. We launched right up there and kissed it. Like I said, baby, who's your daddy? This shit is too easy. This is too much fun. Too much. What we were watching? BS. Too much fun, chat. Stuff is too easy. So, I don't remember every single stock we talked about this year, but I don't think we've had a single loser. I don't think any of the stocks we talked about this year have been a loser. So, I guess 100% strike rate's pretty good. Is it not? I don't know. All right. Well, anyway, if there are no questions, we'll go ahead and shut it down here. Y'all be good. Be blessed. We'll be here same time, same place on Friday. Right. Thursday, tomorrow, the 10th, I'll put out the market review, but we'll be here on the 11th. Okay. So don't do anything stupid between now and then. And, be blessed.
church or clap, no. I don't fuck with rap, nah. I know real trap, nah. Bitch be like a dead, nah. Skinny nigga, pipe, I just in the club, throwing money, I rap on my way. I don't fuck up behind the paper, I know I get it back, get it back, get it back. Bitch, I know I get it back. Give a fuck by that no paper, cause I know I get it back. In the club, throwing money, I rap on my way. I don't fuck up behind the paper, I know I get it back, get it back, get it back. Bitch, I know I get it back. Give a fuck by that no paper, cause I know I get it back.
So saucy.
I got so many feelings, I can't never go to Canada. But Drake said he gon' put some screens, so let me check my calendar. I just popped me one of them what you callers, and it boosted my stamina. Now I'm fucking I own the balance, still guess I just eat cilantro. And then I already dropped tarantula. Fuck a challenge, yeah, me hoes ain't got no manners, bruh. What's the manners? I keep throwing rubber bandits up. Ho, pull your panties up, cause you fuck like a granny, fuck.